We take you live now to Oshawa, where officials are updating their investigation into a fatal house fire. Let's listen in.
Okay, welcome everyone. Todd Wood, Deputy Fire Chief from Oshawa Fire. I just want to provide an update on this fire. At 8:08 this morning, Oshawa Fire Communications received a call for service to the address behind me at 70 McGregor Street in Oshawa for the report of a structure fire. We had sent initially four crews, or four trucks, plus our platoon chief, and then that call was upgraded to 2 other trucks to attend the scene. When our crews arrived on scene, they encountered heavy smoke and flames from all levels of the house, the front porch, the main floor, and the second story. Offensive operations started immediately. Lines were pulled and water was applied. In the midst of this, we ended up removing 3 victims from the residence. One came down the stairs and out the front door by our crews, and the other 2 were moved by the front windows on the Alpha side. At this time, I can confirm the 46-year-old female has been pronounced deceased, and 9-year-old female has also been pronounced deceased. A 12-year-old female has been taken to our local area hospital, and a 56-year-old male has also been taken to our local hospital. And that's all I have at this time.
The Durham Regional Police Service as well has 3 members who are being treated at a local hospital for smoke inhalation.
Do we know the relationship between the adults and the children here?
At this time, the 46-year-old was the mother of the children, and the husband is the 56-year-old male.
Is he the father?
Yes.
Do we know the cause? What?
No, at this time, our fire prevention inspectors have been on scene. They attended the hospital. They will be returning to scene. The Ontario Fire Marshal has been notified and will be attending the scene shortly after lunch. And at that time, they will determine or start to determine probable cause and origin, if they're able to even get inside the building.
Chief, what can you say when your crews made entry? Can you say whether or not they were hearing smoke alarms going off?
At this time, I can't confirm. I think just in the chaos of what was happening in the moment, nobody has reported to me that they heard any smoke alarms, but that doesn't mean that they weren't there or they were there. I'm not sure.
And I know this is very early on. Firefighters are still dousing hot spots. But from the outside, could you provide a damage estimate right now, or would that be too early?
It would be too early at this time to provide a damage estimate.
Deputy, you guys in fire do such heroic work all the time. How are your members doing after a call like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, and on behalf of Oshawa Fire, and I know DRPS and the allied agencies that were here, we do send out our deepest condolences. It is a tough day for everyone. It's tough for the crews, it's tough for the officers, and but I've checked in. Our platoon chief is on scene. He's checked in with them, and everyone seems to be doing okay at this time. I mean, we're still in the midst of fighting this fire, so at this time, everyone seems to be okay.
For the Durham Regional Police, just talk about your officers that were taken to hospital. Just tell me about how that happened. Did they rush inside the house, or what happened there?
Yeah, so members of Central East Division responded at approximately 8:10 a.m. Our officers arrived on scene to the house that was fully engulfed and did attend to the house. So the 3 officers have been taken to a local hospital to be treated for smoke inhalation as a result.
They're still in hospital right now?
Correct.
Any of your firefighters are taken to the hospital?
No, there are no firefighters in the hospital at this time.
What kind of equipment do police officers have when they attend fire, deal with fire?
So our police officers were using their fire extinguishers out of their cruisers in an attempt to douse the flames upon arrival.
Do they have oxygen, mask oxygen?
No.
So they have none of the things normal firefighters have?
No, and Oshawa Fire did arrive on scene shortly after and was able to take over.
Would this be considered a 1-alarm, 2-alarm fire?
We would consider this, since this was upgraded by our platoon chief, we would call this a 2-alarm fire for us.
Can you just explain the difference between 1-alarm, 2-alarm, and 3-alarm?
Just on a normal structure fire, we have a set response protocol. It called for 2 pumpers, an aerial, and the rescue, and our command vehicle, Car 25. And then once our platoon chief, our commander, incident commander, upgraded this to a 2nd alarm, which included an additional pumper and another rescue. So we had 25 staff on scene at the height of this fire.
Any estimate, Deputy Chief, or maybe the police officer can answer, say how long the road will be blocked off? Any idea?
The roadway is expected to remain closed for a period of time, and we do ask that anybody please avoid the area. Sorry? Yeah, our chief did attend the scene as well as just to check on our officers and those who had attended and check on the well-being of everybody involved.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So it's a very sad ending. You can probably get the sense from the deputy fire chief as he was given the information how sad he was. I mean, you got to remember, fire, police, paramedics, they join the job to save people. So when people die trying to be with the fire department trying to rescue them, and it turns out to be fatal, that certainly hits home with these men and women, that's for sure. So we heard from the deputy fire chief that the fire started at 8:08 this morning. A 46-year-old woman and a 9-year-old child were pronounced in the hospital, and there was another child rescued and a man as well, and they are in the hospital right now. So because there is a death involved in this fire, this will be the Ontario Fire Marshal's Office, which will take the lead in this investigation. They will determine the cause, circumstances, and origin of the fire, and the Durham Police will play a support role. They'll take their leads from the Ontario Fire Marshal's Office, and if there is any criminality, of course, I'm not suggesting there is. If there was, then the police would lay a charge, and they would rely on the evidence of the OFM. But that's not what appears to be the case here. It's a very sad day. Neighbors are out here on the streets as well, and they're just all shocked at the news. A 9-year-old died, and a 46-year-old woman died. Man and another child are in hospital. This was a 2-alarm blaze, and as you can see, Oshawa Fire are still on scene now, putting out hotspots at this home. Send it back to you.